What's up, everyone? Welcome to the podcast. There's a dedicated to talking about all the progress things in life, like music, content creation, and video games. I'm one of your co-hosts, JesseKazam.
And I am an idiot and forgot to do all the things. Like, I forgot to put your audio on the right channel. I forgot to put on my little fucking filter that cuts off the lower right-hand corner of my thing because you're overlapped right now, even though nobody watching this on YouTube would see that.
Nobody would know.
I should have just kept my mouth shut.
Nobody would know.
There we go. Sorry, I was encroaching on your space.
Yeah, get out of my square or my.
I fucking my dog shit on like a little bit over onto your lawn. I'd be pissed.
Get the freaking heck out of here. Anyways, what's up? How you doing?
Oh, good. I'm sweating. I don't know why I'm wearing this. I don't know if it's like I don't know what it is today. It wasn't warm or anything, but I'm a little sweaty.
Dude, it's the first day. It was like it's like 72 degrees outside, and it feels amazing, bro.
Oh yeah?
No, I need it. I want it. I'm not anti-cold, bro. I'm pro-cold. I want more cold.
72 degrees, aka cold.
Listen, I'm on your side. I'm pro chilly weather. I want more of it.
He's one of us.
I hate it here. But it feels amazing for the first day of the year. Like, here we are, October 23rd, and it feels good outside. It's not even cold. It just feels good outside.
Something that me and constantly say is that the best days are the days where you're outside and there's no temperature.
Yeah.
You don't feel
you don't feel chilly. You're not hot. You're just
give me that with a slight breeze every now and then.
That reminds me, did you ever watch the show Community? Okay, there's a whole side tangent, storyline in the show where Troy, one of the characters, is plumbers and air conditioner repair people are both trying to recruit him because he's the chosen one. He's the prophecy. He can fix stuff. Anyways, and the AC repair people are trying to wine and dine him, and by showing them their lair basically. And he walks in. They walk into a room and it's all white padded walls. And it's what's his name? It's John Goodman, I think.
Uncle Buck?
It's John Goodman. Yeah, he's the character in the show. He's the head of the AC repair people. Anyways, they go in the room and he goes, "Have you ever heard of the term room temperature? This is the room." And I just always think about that whenever it's room temperature. This is the room.
Yeah, room temperature with a capital R.
Yes, with a capital R, a
B.
specific room's temperature.
Yo, have you seen we're already going off the fucking... This podcast is so much better when we don't stick to the 5 bullet points we write on the sheet before the thing every day. Have you seen the videos of the room that has the
giga anechoic chamber or whatever?
Thing? Yeah.
Yes.
This is something that I am so skeptical of, but I want to be proven wrong. How people say they go in there and they feel like they have to get out.
People
and I don't understand.
Have tried to break records, and I think the longest anyone's been in there has been 20 minutes or something alone. I'm with you. No,
that's one of those things that I think a YouTuber said that isn't actually the guy who works there is I spent 4 days in here every day.
I could tank it, right? But people are saying that they hear their heartbeat and they can hear the blood flowing through their veins.
And why would that be oh my God, I'm a living
I don't know.
Biological
that
creature.
Sounds creepy to me. That sounds creepy to me.
But it's just
yeah, bro. Once again, my toxic trait is...
You listen to babies crying for how many years, and you're complaining about a little bit of blood flow?
That's why I think I can take it, bro. Complete silence is the best after. But it does seem... I want to go in so bad. So bad.
Can we make a trip there?
Hire where
Frankie
is it,
to,
bro?
Film it.
That would be great.
Dude, I don't know. It's fucking Mars or something. How could they possibly make a quiet room on Earth?
Yeah, I don't know. It does seem crazy, but I have seen that and I had the same thoughts.
You know that what really is happening in that room, okay, is
it's all mirrors.
No, what they have is it's not actually silent. they just have
Hell of a lot of
this.
triangles.
Playing at like 0.000000001 decibels on repeat. Wait.
Yes. Yes.
What the heck is going on
It's doubled. It's doubled.
Bro, that's not even me. That's just the way that it goes, actually. There's just two faces. It is kind of catchy, though, actually. Like, I don't even hate it. Now that I put that on, and I actually don't hate it. Oh, it has so many dislikes?
No new sub alert.
It has a 535 to 129 like to dislike ratio, which is it's a 4 to 1. I've seen worse.
Yeah, I've seen worse.
My Starfield video.
Oh man,
bro. Okay, so I got to show you. I got a couple of quick clips because we're basically later on we're going to be talking about. There's a lot of Tarkov stuff. Or some Tarkov stuff, and then there's we want to talk about
I'm so
both of our experience with Arc Raiders.
intrigued as to how you felt about Arc Raiders.
But I wanted to show a couple of moments because I try to get away from Escape from Tarkov. Okay, I try to get away,
But
and
it finds you.
And every game is just a little Escape from Tarkov. Escape from Tarkov is 105% Escape from Tarkov, okay? But every other game is like 3% Escape from Tarkov. And there are a couple of moments, okay, where that is just becomes
You're talking about
like
Magic the
embodiment.
Gathering arena?
Magic / POE, okay?
Oh.
It's MTG, POE,
EFT.
And guess who
LOL.
makes POE? GGG. Guess who makes MTG?
FBI.
WOTC. Okay, never mind. It doesn't work.
It's gone.
It's close. Okay. I titled this clip "Thanks GGG" and it could have been "Thanks BSG." Okay, is this imagine first person and I had a rifle instead of I was like a monk.
Yeah.
Casting like lightning storms. Okay. Oh, it didn't work. I didn't plug anything. You gotta plug in the thing before you plugged in the thing.
I mean, the game being a black screen when it's not supposed to be is like a Tarkov thing.
I could have just pretended. That was it. Oh god. Oh god, boys. Oh no. Everything's broken. Everything's bad. For those of you who are listening to the audio feed only and with no video, they have no idea. They just hear, "Oh god, oh no. Oh Jesus Christ." Okay. False start.
Okay.
God damn it! You know, oh my god! You know when you hit spacebar?
Oh my
the last
god!
thing you did is click on the maximize.
Spacebar should always be play pause. There should be no circumstance that spacebar changes from play pause.
I do have to say though, I'm glad that Twitch also does what YouTube does.
Yeah.
Which is K is the plus. K is play. Thank God.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't hit spacebar anymore because spacebar just means click the last thing you clicked, bitch.
Spacebar should always be play.
Now actually clip.
Okay.
So remember how I was talking about like, you spend all this currency, juice up a map, get it all good,
get in. Yep.
Find the rare thing on the map. You're like, yes, this is gonna be it. I'm so fucking ready, dude. I'm so ready.
Who?
Wow. Can you fucking believe it, chat?
What happened?
Oh my god, it did it again. I started running, and then like complete and utter server lag, which just is why I started running in place.
Yeah, okay.
And then it caught up while I'm just sitting there, because sometimes that happens for like 20 seconds, sometimes it's 2 seconds. And it caught up, and I'm still holding like W and A. And they implemented a feature in PoE 2 that allows you to basically like, if you hit spacebar, you'll like do a dive, like a dodge roll. But if you hold it, you'll sprint, which is really cool because like you literally had no sprint ever in PoE. But if you get hit while you're sprinting, you basically trip over your shoelaces, fall down, get stunned for 2 seconds before you get up. So again, this is what happened. I spawn in. I'm like, let's fucking go, boys.
Lag it out.
It instantly lags. I just open up the menu because I'm like, well, I'm going to be here for a while. I might as well look at my stats. And then, whoop,
And then you trip over your shoelaces. Yep.
trip over my shoelaces. Wow. Can you fucking believe it, chat? And this is after I spent like literally 45 minutes making like 60 of these little keys. And I'm like, all right, here we go, boys. It's going to be good.
Oh my god, bro. Imagine losing like a hardcore character to that shit.
That's why I'll never play a hardcore any of these games, bro, because they're all so broken.
Yeah.
Holy shit, they're all so broken. Like there's so many ways that it's so easy to die.
Yeah. Oh
and
my
have it
God.
not be your fault, let alone all the ways you die and it is your fault. Yeah, no thanks.
Okay.
Okay, so then I have 2 more clips to show you from Magic the Gathering time. That I know you never played Magic.
No. But you
I'm
gave me
gonna show
the rundown on between the PP and then last week's episode.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, and I don't think we ever mentioned, by the way, on the podcast Patreon, we fucking Jesse played Counter-Strike.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did we not mention that on the thing?
I don't think we ever did.
Do you know? Do you want to know? I had not one, but multiple friends DM me and just in their Steam history showed JesseKazam played and they went, what the fuck? Like, oh my God, is it finally happening? And I was like, oh no, bro, I played for 30 minutes with Veritas and I hated it. Like people were like, oh my God, Jesse's finally playing Counter-Strike.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. So check out the Patreon.
If you want to see my brain like actually melt at trying to do Counter-Strike mechanics after 10,000 hours of Tarkov, go to patreon.com/thepodcastpod. Oh my God, fried.
All right, so I've got 2 clips. One that is like the Escape from Tarkov, a different kind of Escape from Tarkov experience.
Yeah.
In Magic for another person, and then another clip that is hilarious because I'm an idiot, but it goes to show you kind of how complicated the game can be.
Oh, I believe it.
This first clip is exactly the opposite of what you want to show anybody if you ever want them to be interested in Magic.
Okay.
So let me see here. Let me pull this up. Okay. Let's do this. I just gotta go back to the beginning. So basically, I was doing a draft, which means like it starts off with like you get 3 packs, kind of thing. You crack a pack, everybody gets one, and they open it, and you take a card,
pass the rest
it to
of
the right.
pack. Yeah.
And you basically like build a 40 card deck, which is smaller than the normal 60 card deck. Build a 40 card deck kind of on the fly, and then you do this little round robin tournament with people, and usually like you win packs and other stuff.
Yeah.
So I had drafted a nice little black and white deck. And I'm just gonna go through a couple of turns that I had.
Okay.
And this is exactly what the Magic experience can be like for some people.
Okay.
So my opponent's going first. I don't need to mulligan. I've got a couple of lands and everything. So I'm not going to go over really many of the Magic mechanics because it doesn't really matter here. But what you do have to know is that there are these things called lands.
Mm-hmm.
LAND. They are cards. You can see like I've got these cool little weeb fucking cards. And every turn you can put one down.
Yeah.
And that is like the currency that you can use to cast spells.
Yes.
So you can see, and they have different colors, right? So like this card right here, it has 2 and a white. So that means you need 3 mana total. 2 can be whatever color, doesn't matter. But one has to be white. This one just costs 1 black. So anyway, he plays a land, passes the turn.
Yep.
He just doesn't have like a 1 mana cost card, okay?
Yep.
I play land, and I play this 1/1 death touch creature. What all that means is that if it does damage to any creature, that the creature could have 1 billion health, they die.
Gotcha. Death touch.
So I play that guy. Okay. He plays an island, which is the blue mana, and then passes his turn.
Okay.
I play
Another land.
planes, and then I play. Oh, well, I hit him in the face once, and then I play a card, Virus Beetle. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card. So now he's like, "Fuck." You know, he's probably holding on to some cards that he wants to play.
Hate me. I'm about to have him discard 3 cards in a row,
and that's some foreshadowing. He discards, and he's like, "Okay," draws a card, plays a land. He still doesn't have anything to play yet. Turn 3, I don't have any lands. I hit him in the face a couple times, and then I play another. Oh, okay. And then what I do is I play this card. This card says, when this creature enters, exile up to 1 target creature until this creature leaves the battlefield.
Gotcha.
So he enters and he basically like grabs a guy and takes him out of play until this guy leaves.
Yeah.
And usually you do that to someone else's creature, right? You're like, I get the fuck out of my way. I want to, you know. But what I did is I returned him because when he gets exiled, there's different places a card can be. The card is in your hand. A card can be in the battlefield. A card can be in the graveyard if it died, or it can get exiled.
Yeah.
When it comes back from exile, when this guy leaves the battlefield, it enters the battlefield again. And so you get the enter the battlefield trigger.
Okay.
So I play this guy. Steal my own guy. But this guy, there's a mechanic that basically lets you cast a card for cheaper, but then it's like temporary.
Okay.
So even though it was I think a 3 or 4 mana, I could cast it for 2, and it enters, but then leaves immediately. So I entered, removed my guy, then left immediately, brought my guy back, which made him discard another card.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like 4 cards in a row.
Oh my! And then after that, I play another Virus Beetle.
So mad.
And he just instantly
He just
concedes.
gives up.
Bro, there are some games.
He didn't even get to play a card. He played 3 lands and then
he played.
gave
No,
up.
he didn't play any cards. Okay.
Yeah.
Now some people pay money, okay, to get involved in these things. And there are just some times, dude, when you play, there's like a meme about like blue players. Because blue is like the mage kind of, you know, you're just casting spells, doing all this stuff. Everything's kind of at instant speed. There's a joke that it's basically like you have to ask for permission.
Yeah, okay.
The archetypical thing is like, okay, you're playing against like the blue player, and it's like, I want to cast a thing.
Can I go yet?
And they just like put it in the graveyard. There will be times where, and I'm not going to find the clip, you'll just have to take my word for it, where like turn 1, a guy plays a thing, and all I did every time it was my turn, I played a land, and I said, okay, your turn. Because every card I had, I could play at instant speed, which means I could play it on his turn, my turn.
Yeah,
There's no, whatever he does, what I do then supersedes it.
Yep.
Like, okay, before you do that, I do a thing. And it was literally like he plays a guy, so he 1 mana, plays a guy. Before his turn's over, I bounce it back to his hand. Well, now he's used up the 1 mana, so he can't do anything. Turn 2, I play a land and go, okay, it's your turn. He casts the same creature, but then I counterspell it, so now it goes into the graveyard. He passes the turn back to me. I play a land, I pass. He plays a creature, I bounce it back to his hand. He plays the same creature again because it was a 1-cost creature, and I counterspell it. So he's like, played a creature, gets bounced, then it gets fucking counterspelled, and they just concede. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get to play the game. I don't get to play the game. And it's just
that's
like,
the Tarkov equivalent of, you were the guy that spawned and looked to the left and saw the guy and was like, haha, and then like your game's over and you have no control over it.
Yeah. And sometimes you just play and like you get really badly cucked because sometimes you like draw a hand and it's like 6 creatures and like no lands.
Oh, like on the draft, and then when like
not even on the draft. You could have like a perfectly balanced great.
Oh,
like,
but what
60
you
card,
pull,
you just get unlucky. Now, so the way that you can mulligan, which means you basically draw like 6 cards. So I don't know, I forget if it's 6 or 7, but you draw like 1 less.
Oh, but you get to redraw, basically.
But you get to redraw,
Gotcha.
but then it's like, oh, you get fucked there. So
Yeah.
then you draw 5. So then you draw 4, and it's like, so there will be games where it's like you draw a card and you go, your turn. And then they play a thing, they hit you with 5 creatures, you draw a card and you go,
Yeah.
your turn.
Yeah.
And it's over in like 4 turns.
And you're just like, God damn it.
Oh my God. Okay. So then
That's funny.
real quick, I really badly cucked myself. So there's this concept in Magic known as a card can have an owner and it can have a controller.
Okay.
And this is one of those lessons that the distinction was never really clear to me until this moment.
Until it is.
Because there are cards that basically say, like, you control this person now. So, like, they play,
Gotcha.
when I say person, I mean creature, although there are cards that say you control the person. There's literally a card that's like, you take your opponent's next turn, and you go on the other side, they give you the cards, and you're like, I sacrifice this, and this, I tap all the shit. Dude, yeah, there have been cards like that are like...
I'm assuming those are all banned in, like, competition.
Some of them are.
I'm going to play this card, and you have to give me access to your bank account, and I'm going to go pay your bills, like, on time.
There's a standard legal card, actually, that was the first time I ever got hit for over 10,000 damage. And you have 20 HP, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay? This fucking card, and I'd never seen it before, and I've only seen it once. But now this is in like standard competitive, like actual like deck that you put together. What the fuck is it called? Jumbo Cactuar. Now it's a 7 mana card. So typically it's going to be turn 7, right, on average. Yeah. But it's a green card, and green is really big on, like, once you cast the spell, look through your deck and take 2 lands and put them on the battlefield.
Gotcha.
And then shuffle your deck, that kind of thing. But there are also cards, and there's like an archetype in like the black and green combinations. Like every combination of colors, they actually all have their own names.
Yeah.
And I think they represent they represent, like, I don't know, like fucking, like Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Like houses, basically. There's like Bant and Grixis and all this other shit. I never really memorized more than like 2 or 3 of them. But black and green is very much put shit in your graveyard, take shit out of your graveyard.
Yeah.
And on turn 1, he drew his card and he cast a spell that basically was like, draw 2 cards, discard 1.
Okay.
And he discards this fucking jumbo cactus. And I'm like, I didn't even think twice. I didn't even look at it. You can like look at their graveyard and you can see. And then on like turn 2, he like played a dude. And then on turn 3, it was like a creature entered, and it was like, this creature can enter as a copy of any creature in a graveyard. And there was another thing that he had done previously. I don't remember the details, but it gave it haste, which means when it came into the battlefield, it could attack that turn.
That turn.
And this is the card. Whenever this creature attacks, it gets plus 9999 damage until the end of turn. So it did 10,000 damage.
And it's just like,
And it had lifelink, which means whenever it does damage, it heals you for that much. So even if I had a body there to block him, I would then have to do 10,020
then he
damage.
gets 10,000 damage.
So it's kind of whack. But what I had done is I had taken control of someone's creature.
Okay.
And very often in drafts, what you end up happening is like, because the decks aren't really optimized, they don't usually have like a lot of card draw. So usually you like play a bunch of your creatures, they all die in combat and whatever, and then it's kind of like turn 8, you got a bunch of lands, and now you're each like top decking. It's like, is this gonna no?
Gotcha.
Is this gonna be the card? No. And it's like whoever can draw a thing that matters, right?
Yeah.
So this is kind of where we were, and the guy was beating me, but he kind of lost all the steam. It was like he had 2 creatures, I had 1, but then I stole one.
Okay.
And he had 1 left, And then I was going to cast this card. So this blue card,
Oblivion.
this blue card is the guy that I stole. Okay.
Okay.
Now this card says, as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to sacrifice this guy that I stole. Destroy target creature or spacecraft. There's like a space theme to this. Okay. Now, so I have 1 HP.
Yeah.
And he has 14. But if I'm able to take him off the board,
Yeah.
he's got basically 3 turns to draw something that can do anything. Otherwise, I'll actually come back. So I attack. And then I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to kill this guy. Now, this says when this creature dies, return it to the battlefield, tapped under its owner's control. So this guy, what it says is, it buffs a creature. It gives him 2 extra damage. That's what this 6 is.
Okay.
It gives him 2 extra damage, and it gives him the basically the text here that you see that when it dies, return it to the battlefield. So basically, it's like you can kill it, but it's going to come back. The problem is that keyword.
Yeah, you stole that from him, so technically he's the owner. And then...
Oh, no! And it's like, well... Dude, I'm telling you, I was gonna win this game, and I just completely cucked myself so badly.
You saw the way out, the way through. It's like the comeback.
It's like, because now I'm gonna have 2 guys, a 5/5 and a 4/5, and he's got, that's 2 turns and the game's over. Like, it's very unlikely he's gonna top deck and answer. And then I just
gave him the card,
tripped on my shoelaces metaphorically, and.
Oh no.
Anyway, so that's been my fucking my week.
Tough.
But Power Washing Sim 2 came out.
Oh my god,
so
I saw that, bro. Did that come out like today?
It came out today. There's some like new equipment, and really it's just like I look at this as almost like a DLC.
Yeah.
Any of the new stuff, I'm like the new equipment and whatever. There's like this big circular, almost like floor. Those big like floor buffing machines.
Yes.
They have like that, but it's kind of like got water that comes out. There's some cool stuff. There's like scissor lifts, but mostly I'm just happy to like have new shit to power wash because it's such a chill vibe.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I don't think there's anything really tremendously.
That's sick.
Groundbreaking.
Well, there. Speaking of Tarkov and getting Tarkov, there's some interesting Tarkov news we can plow through before we get to the Arc Raider stuff. But before we do, I want to take a quick second and thank the first sponsor for this episode, and that is MANDO. MANDO's whole body deodorant, clinical strength, controls body odor and sweat for up to 72 hours. MANDO is great. They have every type of deodorant you could want. They've got deodorant like squeeze tube deodorant that can get you anywhere you want to go. They got the stick deodorant. They got the aerosol deodorant. They got a bunch of scents that are like really like refined would be like a good term, like adult scents, like bourbon leather, Mount Fuji. Like they smell good. You can even get like odorless deodorant if you use cologne, but you want to control the body odor, you want to control the sweat. MANDO's great, phenomenal.
Dude, it's literally the only deodorant that I've been able to get that basically like acts as an antiperspirant. It's like a solid stick that doesn't like fuck up my clothes in the wash machine.
Yeah.
Especially like black t-shirts and hoodies.
Yep.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. And even Meg, we got some of those wipes, and we were road tripping on a wedding, and I forget something happened, and she was like, "Oh, I got these," and I was like, "Those you stole those," and I wasn't upset about it. So
no, 100%. So their deodorant is great. They've got deodorant plus sweat control. It's free from a lot of the harmful chemicals and only used with premium ingredients. Once again, Controls odor and sweat up to 72 hours. And they have all sorts of other stuff as well. They've got wipes. They've got like body wash. They've got kind of like the whole gamut. And Mando starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, and 2 free products of your choice, like the mini body wash or the deodorant wipes, and free shipping. And as a special offer for our listeners, new customers can get 20% off site-wide with our exclusive code. Use code, let me make sure I get this right. Use code POGCAST at shopmando.com for 20% off site-wide plus free shipping. SHOPMANDO.com. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Mando's got you covered with deodorant plus sweat control. Say goodbye to sweat stains and hello to long-lasting freshness. Thank you, Mando, for sponsoring this episode.
Yeah, if you can get anything else in that package, I would say get at least the soap. The 4-in-1.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it, dude. I love it. I prefer like bar soap to like body wash.
Yeah, me too.
Personally, and I love their stuff.
100%. 100%.
Oh shit, bro! Really quickly, I want to get this out of the way because it's like not really the happiest kind of news, but it's like something that's like worth mentioning. I think because it's like it's definitely streaming adjacent.
Okay.
Did you hear about any of the chess stuff that went down?
No.
Like, so one of my he was actually my favorite.
I just saw your tweet. That's it. Now all I saw was your tweet.
Yeah, so my favorite chess content creator that I like watched, I don't know how many dozens of hours of educational content and streams, unfortunately passed away. I don't know the rules with YouTube and what you can say and what you can't, but what I will say is that over the last year plus, he kind of out of nowhere started to get accused by one of the ex-world champions, this guy Vladimir Kramnik, of cheating. And like, it all comes down to the fact that he's fucking old. He's washed.
Oh, yeah.
All the kids are just they're playing better than anyone he ever played against.
Yeah.
They're just built different. And so that when he loses to people he doesn't see as strong as him, it's just they must be cheating. They must be, and he's been he went on this fucking crusade to fight against cheaters. And like not a single person on planet Earth other than fucking Kramnik, okay, thinks that Daniel Naroditsky was cheating. But he's been like witch hunting him, okay, for like over a year. And you could see, it's really fucking sad. You could see, if you look at clips from a year ago, and then you look at more recent clips, and literally one of the last things he said before, because I think like a day or two before one of the other chess guys basically found him, his last words on stream, because he was like, I don't know if he had like some kind of mental break or too much Benadryl or what, man, but you could just tell something was wrong.
Yeah.
And they were basically like, you got to end the stream, man. It's like 4 a.m. And he had been basically saying like, I can't, because of the lingering effects of this year of, trauma. I can't end the stream, but continue to play in this tournament that I'm playing. Because they're basically like, you can keep playing, man, just like turn the stream off.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't end the stream because if I start playing well, then there go the accusations even more.
Yeah.
And dude, these cheating accusations tore him apart to the point where now he's no longer with us. And it's just like
that sucks.
Dude, I haven't been like there's never been anyone that like I've online, that I didn't like have any connection to really that like hit me this hard. But man, like seeing the emotional toll, the physical toll it was taking on a guy who was completely unanimously loved by everyone in the community.
Mm-hmm.
He was 29.
Mm.
Like, it's fucking infuriating, dude.
That's brutal.
It's infuriating. And a bunch of people are like, I mean, I don't know what should be done. It's one of those things that's complicated, you know, like if you do, I don't even know what words I can say. If you do what is suspected happened to Daniel Naroditsky, nothing's been confirmed. It's one of those things that normally you know, a lot of times you just don't ever really get confirmed. Obviously there's you bear the responsibility for your decisions, right? But you can't fucking ignore like a year
the weight of
witch hunt
for sure
for something that is your entire life.
Yeah.
By someone who, dude, there's a photo of him when he was like 7 meeting Vladimir Kramnik because Vlad was like his hero growing up as a chess player, because Daniel was, I believe, either Russian or I don't know if his parents were Russian. He speaks Russian. And so like to have your fucking hero all of a sudden turn on you, have a witch hunt, and then like, dude, it's just so depressing.
That's so tough. Damn.
Yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Yeah, no, I saw your tweet and I saw, you say that you were like, nothing internet related like this has hit me this hard. And I was like, oh, damn. That's so brutal. I think we had even talked about that like a month or two ago when you were in chess, about how he had been getting targeted by that old grumpy Russian guy. Yeah. So that's what a fucking awful way for that to end. Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Yeesh.
But let's talk about more positive things like
I was like, what? Maybe we should start with our creators. No, dude, it's so funny. I mean, like, we'll just pass through on the news because I really don't even know. I didn't care enough to like dive in and update the game, but they did a big update to Arena, and you know how like we had talked about in the past, they added the battle pass to Arena, and it was just like your standard battle pass is 150 levels. The more you play, you level up and you get cosmetics, and you can get some of the cases that you send to Tarkov and you open in Tarkov and you get stuff, whatever. That was season 0. That was the free season of the battle pass. And they said this wasn't a rug pull. They said season 0 was going to be free. Future battle passes are going to be paid. So that wasn't like a rug pull or anything. But that ended. Season 0 ended and season 1 began. And I'll start with the positives. To their credit, they're doing some awesome stuff with this battle pass. Awesome stuff I think the community would love to see done in Tarkov, but you know, the where they have chosen to be the most intentional is unfortunately Arena and not so much Tarkov yet. Maybe 1.0 fixes everything. So like there's a free battle pass, like most battle passes, right? Like there's a free tier where like every like 4th or 5th level or whatever you get some stuff, but the paid battle pass is where all the juice is. And the paid battle pass is called like the tactical map. And it's this actually really cool, like 3D rendered. It looks like a board game where it's like the map of customs. It's like a 3D rendered map of customs with like 5 different like board game looking Tarkov dudes. And then when you click on one, it like zooms into that portion of the map, and then that splits into like, now there's like 5 different little dudes, and each one is like a challenge. So kill 100 players with SMGs is like that challenge. And then you knock that little tier over. And then so you work through the tactical map, you work through like customs with all these different like challenges, and you're like leveling up your battle pass. And
unlock access to customs tactical map, $50 purchase. Okay.
15, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. The tactical map is pretty cool, and it's a $15 battle pass, which I feel like is pretty standard. I actually don't really know. Tell me if that's expensive or cheap. I think 15 is what like the Fortnite battle passes used to be. So nothing too crazy, right? Nothing too crazy. They did a battle pass. The battle pass was sick. It has some sick cosmetics. It has some sick cosmetics in there, and like weapon skins and whatever. The problems arise when, well, one, you could consider it a problem or not. They added a new type of container like loot container, and it's CS:GO loot boxes. You open it and it spins through stuff, and then it lands on a thing. And there's like legendary, rare, common, uncommon items you can get, and it shows you the percentages of those things. And a lot of the ones are just like weapon skins or whatever. Some it's the premium currency, and some is like super rare skins.
Now, can you buy or trade these?
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. Once again, I don't care enough to have dove deep, so I'm not trying to misrepresent. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I believe you can buy your way through the battle pass at like $5 for 10 levels of the battle pass. So I think you can spend $15 on the battle pass, and I think you can spend an additional $50 buying your way through the battle pass, getting the battle pass tokens to buy the loot box containers. Once you've bought your way through the battle pass, I don't think there's a way to just buy more of those cases for money.
So even if you had the cases, like, I guess what I want to know is there a way to take one of those cases and to give it to someone else?
No, I don't think so. Wait, I'm hearing you can buy beyond. Yes. So maybe you can buy those cases. I don't think you can trade them though.
Okay, because like this is one of those things where I could see people getting mad even if it was like not a problematic thing. So like for example, the problem comes when you can spend real money on these containers.
Yeah.
And or there's becomes a secondary market where you can buy or sell just like you can with CS:GO containers and, you know, whatever. Yeah. Actually, there's something relevant about that too. I don't know if you heard about this, but
a little bit.
I only know a little bit too, but we'll come back to it. But like if there were just like if you got to the battle pass and everybody got 5 crates and every crate, you know, had the same kind of altar, then it wouldn't be a problem.
Yes.
Even if you could buy the things through the battle, the fact that it's like limited, whatever, right? The moment it's like, oh, you can spend $100 on crates.
Yeah.
Now, I will also say though that there's 2 different levels of bad.
Yeah.
If it was just, you know, like you can't trade your like flannel to someone, right?
Yeah.
So if there were just things you got for yourself, that would be less bad.
Correct.
But
I agree.
It would still be bad. If you could buy as many as you wanted, it would still be fucking bad. If there were things you could get that you could then give to someone else or sell or whatever, then it's real bad.
No, I'm with you. I'm trying to watch through, I think it was One Peg's video where he like bought a bunch of the cases and did this stuff. You can get GP coins and you can get loot crates that that you send to your Tarkov account and then open, I think. So there's like a little bit of the pay to win accusation where it's like, if I can go to Arena and spend money on a currency that I can get and then send to Tarkov and then buy things in Tarkov, it's like the most long-winded pay to win ever. You know what I mean? But technically, you can go in, buy a bunch of those things, get a bunch of GP coins, and potentially even some of those loot containers, then send them back to Tarkov, then go into Tarkov, open them up, and then buy things from Ref that you then use and go and shit on people. So it's like, so there is a little bit of that, which once again, it's so funny. Before we get ahead of ourselves on the pay to win conversation, pay to win, in my opinion, crucify me if you want, is not inherently bad.
I'm getting ready.
Yeah, right? Like it's just like, it's more that you like it or dislike it than it is like inherently evil, right? Like,
yeah, it's a subjective.
Exactly. And I think most people dislike it. So basically on one hand, I'm saying it's like if Tarkov just wanted to go pay to win, that would suck, right? But it like, I think a big part of it is the whole like what I saw a lot of people bringing up. I'm not defending it. I'm not saying. I'm just saying it's like I guess what I'm trying to say is like it's weird to make it so long-winded. Like if you're gonna add pay to win, just add pay to win. Don't make me like open 3 other games and then like do a purchase over here and then roll some dice and then do something and then get the thing and then do the thing. Just like add the ability to buy GP coins. Like I don't think they should do that, but I'm just saying this is weird. This whole like 2-game rigmarole is like so weird.
So do you think that's like the intentionality behind the design of the thing, or do you think that's just like because like maybe I missed something, but like
I don't think it's the sole intention. I think it's a bonus that they get. Anyways, what was the other thing I was gonna say?
I also don't know like what you can get. You know, like is it like the Wheel of Fortune wheel where it's like 5 GP coins, 5 GP coins, 10 GP coins, 15 GP coins, you know, a golden fucking AK skin permanent on your account, 5 GP coins, 5 GP coins, like, because what you need to do is you need to say these crates are worth the average you get from it.
Yeah.
And that would be 6.2 GP coins.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. It's like GP coins, there's skins, which the way they do skins is weird. Like if you get a ULAC skin, right? You can't apply that skin to all the ULACs you have in your stash. When you unlock that ULAC skin in Arena, it means that now from ref in Tarkov, you can buy that ULAC. Yes, so like
last time you bought a helmet from a trader.
Yeah, so like you buy a box, you spin the CSGO wheel, you land on a ULAC skin. Now you can use that skin in Arena, but in Tarkov, if you wanted to use that skin, you would have to buy that ULAC from ref. And like, let's say that ULAC is on ref level 4. If you don't have ref level 4, you can't buy that skin. You have to do the thing. But I think most of the cosmetics are lower levels. But then here's the issue, right? They have skins for a bunch of gear now. So you can get like an AVS skin or a BlackRock skin or a face mask skin or a ULAC skin, and they don't want to force you to grind Arena to get those skins in Tarkov, so they put those skinned items at the lower levels of ref, meaning earlier on in the wipe, people can get access to things like ULACs and AVSs because it's... Do you see what I'm talking about?
Okay, so the issue is that like
it's fucked.
You can unlock a bunch of gear solely because there are skins available from ref. So if you play 6 games of Arena or whatever the fuck, you ostensibly have added a bunch of gear that level 2 Timmy would never be able to buy.
Yes. As opposed to just being able to like apply a skin if you find a ULAC so they can keep Tarkov's economy balanced, and then you just like apply the skin to that ULAC or whatever. They don't do that. You have to buy that new ULAC from whatever. So that's part of the Battle Pass stuff. I don't care. Once again, I don't really care about I don't care that it's a spinning wheel, right? I don't care that there's skins for stuff. Like, whatever. I think it gets a little hairy when there's like currency involved that can then be sent to Tarkov, and then that currency in Tarkov can be used to buy stuff. Like, I think that's where it gets a little icy-dicey. The other part of this that drew drama was they added a couple new items to Escape from Tarkov with this patch. There's a new gun, and I don't know what caliber. I don't know whatever. It looks like an AR. It looks like some assault rifle. I don't know what it's chambered in. It looks cool. It's just like a badass looking AR. The only way to get this AR in Tarkov is to play Arena. You have to unlock it in the Battle Pass, and then ref sells it. You can never. So it's like now there's content in Escape from Tarkov that is not just unlocked early by playing Arena, but is unobtainium without playing Arena. So that's like a line. Maybe you don't care about that line being crossed. Maybe you do, but that's a line. The other thing that they added a new, you got to update your old video, Veritas. They added a new headphones.
Oh, that you can wear with Alton.
And they're just IEMs. And you can wear them with Altons, wrist tees, Tagilla masks, everything.
Oh God.
And they
Now I have to come back to Tarkov because now I
and they
can feel like
sound
I'm
like
protected and here.
they sound like Comtacs. I heard, once again, don't crucify me. I heard Willers was doing some testing and you can hear out to like 70 meters with them on, with an Alton on. So now once
I couldn't hear 7 inches from you with Alton before.
Exactly. So now we're in another place where like something in Tarkov was designed a certain way. The Alton was risk reward. It was give and take. You get face and head protection, you lose hearing. And now the only way to get these headphones is to play Arena, buy the Battle Pass, and level it up and unlock it, and then go back to Tarkov and buy them from Ref. Now you could kill another player that had them and take them.
And maybe probably flea market them.
Currently yes, because of soft core, we have no idea how the flea market. There's a lot of stuff you couldn't buy on the flea market before. Maybe you could flea market these headphones. Maybe, I don't know.
But as it stands currently, you can put not found in raid, even though if you killed the player and took it, it would be found in raid. It's not technically found in raid, so it means you couldn't sell. Gotcha. Yeah, the rules make sense.
Yeah.
There's a flowchart somewhere.
But this to me is like, this is just, once again, they've taken every opportunity to prove everything I said in my video correct.
I have the command.
To be honest with you. And so this is just, once again, I'll go back to my video. Nikita himself said just a couple weeks ago on a podcast, if it were up to him, Tarkov would be way harder than it is right now. If it were up to him, Tarkov would be way harder than it is right now. And then we got more gear and more ways to get currency and more ways to spend money and more stuff that solves problems nobody needed solved in Tarkov by playing. It's like,
what he means by harder is that this needs to make sense to you.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to make sense of this, bud.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to make sense that if you found it in raid, there's no arrow
that leads to found in raid.
Oh God. Found in raid? Yep, not found in raid. Found in raid? Yep, not found in raid.
Yeah. So there's levels to this shit and it's whatever. Like I don't know. So some other just like tidbits are like
the contacts, the gun. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
The Comtacs.
There's 8 million guns. They're all equally dog shit or equally OP. The Comtacs. That's real.
That sucks.
Because if I was playing Tarkov right now, that would be I would purchase Alton, fucking in-ears, and a P.A.C.A. and I'd go on my way. Like I wouldn't even need chest armor.
Yeah. Dude, it's I like
every raid.
Genuinely, like if I was going to make a 2026 Escape from Tarkov beginner's guide, it would be don't play Tarkov for a month. Just play Arena. There's no meaningful reason to play the video game Escape from Tarkov. And that's just what's sad, bro. It's just sad. It's like, once again, we were talking about this the other day. 8 years into the project, 10 years into the project, I wanted, no matter what my personal opinions are about Tarkov, I would want the community to just be like on the fucking hype train to 1.0, like counting down the days, 15 days, 14 days, like 1.0 is coming. And it's like, they've spent this entire year making playing Tarkov less interesting and engaging and rewarding and valuable. Like, just play Arena. Play Arena for a month. You get stuff, you get all the stuff you can get in Tarkov. You get the best stuff in Tarkov earlier and cheaper. And now you get stuff you can't get in Tarkov. Buy Arena, max the Battle Pass, and then go play Tarkov. You're set for life. And I hate that, but that's how it is. And like, so there's some interesting just little bits and bobs. Once again, I don't really want to. So there's two sides to this coin. I get it. And I don't want to hold people to just like what they said 10 years ago, right? Like forever. But some people have brought up, like, it's interesting, you know, how far we've come from back in the day. BSG used to say, Nikita used to say, we're never doing microtransactions. We would never do microtransactions. And then they did Unheard. And then we were like, you guys should sell like skins and cosmetics. Like we would buy them. Like I know you said, but like you should. So then they started doing that. And then now we have the Battle Pass, and now we have the loot boxes in the Battle Pass, and you can buy those.
None of it comes with EOD when they said that all the DLC would
and
come.
It doesn't come with EOD. And you can like buy out the Battle Pass, and you can buy extra tiers, and then that stuff can be used as currency to send to Tarkov, and like, so it's just, so there's that. So once again, I hate just holding someone to what they said once 10 years ago forever, but it is, you know, interesting to see how that goes. And then the other, I saw some people saying where it's like, it's so funny that like, you know, the Arena Breakout Infinite Tarkov conversations that happened back when ABI came out. And like ABI was pay to win, like unashamedly. You could just like buy money, right? And over time, they've gotten less pay to win, where like now you cannot buy money. You can still like subscribe for like a bigger secure container and stuff. I'm not saying ABI is not at all pay to win, like, but I'm just saying they've gotten less pay. And now Tarkov has gotten like more. We're like, the arguments are just harder and harder, like, right, like Arena in and of itself is like, well, now with Ref, you can get some of the best stuff in the game without playing Tarkov. And oh, now with the Battle Pass, and oh, now there's loot boxes, and you can buy those loot boxes, and you can get currency that you send to Tarkov. So, you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's a bit of a cluster. I could have got some of the details about some of this wrong. Whatever. All I know, all that like Jesse takes away from this is not like, burn them at the stake. It's not like, oh my God, I can't believe, 18 years ago, you said this once and you're going back on your word. Like, we can talk about all those things, and some of those conversations are good conversations to have. But all that matters to Jesse when I hear all this is like, this makes me want to launch this game less. That's like, it makes me less excited for 1.0, because if I was going to hop in and go crazy mode for 1.0, now I'm just thinking about like, did he get that from Ref? Did he get that from Arena? Oh, like you see somebody with the in-ears and you're like, God damn, that guy already grinded out level 14. You know what I mean? Like of Battle Pass, and now he's got the in-ears, and now he's running around with this and all. Like, it just like, I'm not here to tell you how to feel about it. Like, we're going to have people in the comments saying like, you guys are overreacting. It doesn't matter. It's cool. And you're going to have people in the comments being like, I can't believe you're not holding their feet in the fire more to this. I'm not putting words in anyone else's mouth. All I'm saying for me is like, every time they release an update, they did the inertia in Arena, and then they undid it when everybody loved it. They did the hardcore, and then they did the softcore, and then they did the Battle Pass. And it's like every update in the past 4 months makes me want to launch the game less.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. But first, I'm going to give you two realities. Okay? Everything you just said makes you want to launch the game less.
Mm-hmm.
It makes a lot of other people want to purchase one and or two of their games more. Which one makes BSG money?
Oh,
you launching
yeah.
the game, you already bought it. You already bought it. You launching
sure.
it at any point in the future makes them $0 because they've already sold it to you, my friend.
For sure. For sure.
So fuck everyone who bought it is basically the reality.
For sure. 100%. And once again, the market research is there, right? Like, they're going to make a shit ton of money off of this. But it's like, it goes back to like the Unheard debacle, like when that happened. Like, once again, not to put words in anybody's mouth, my problem with Unheard was not that they were trying to get more money out of their customers. It was like, how? Like, my thing was like, back then I was like, why didn't you just like sell cosmetics? Like sell me gloves. Put 15 different gloves in the store. Because they hadn't done that yet. Later on in the year, they did add more and more cosmetics to the website, and now there's actually a ton of cosmetics on the website. But that was the whole thing. It was like, on the table, there's like 30 different ways to monetize the game. They chose the one way, which is like, what if we chose this way? Because it's going to be the most confusing on like what we said before, and you're going to get all future DLC, but this isn't going to be DLC, and we're going to do like, you know what I mean? It was like, oh, like there were like 29 other ways to monetize the game that people would have liked and disliked, but that would have caused less drama. Why didn't you do that? And that's kind of where we're at now, where it's like, it's just like this Battle Pass, right? This Battle Pass. Basically, here's what I'm saying. the community would be like significantly more hyped if the loot boxes were there, but nothing in the loot boxes was currency or anything that could be sent to Tarkov. So it was just skins and cosmetics. And if the in-ears and the gun were just added to Tarkov and then also added to Arena as like stuff you could put on your kit.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue they'd probably make more money because the community would be hyped. Like, no one that bought this Battle Pass wouldn't have bought it. 90% of the people that bought the Battle Pass bought it before they knew the in-ears were in, right? Because nobody had maxed it out yet. So that's where my like trip up is it's like, there are some times where like you do the evil thing because it makes you 100x more money. And then you kind of go, yeah, but like everybody's evil for 100x more money. And then sometimes people do the evil thing and it makes them like 4% less money. It's not significant, but it's still a little less. And I go, what the fuck? That, you know, that's kind of where I'm at. But maybe I'm wrong. I mean, maybe this made them 70,000 extra % on the bottom line. And like, I'm just naive.
And you're like, that's going to be
yeah.
$70,000.
70, that's not that much.
Bro, the reality is that BSG is good. They're even great at a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
None of the things we just talked about are any of those things.
Yeah.
That they're good.
Yeah.
Making sense.
And once
maximizing
again,
happiness of their customers.
The
money,
kid in me,
the
2018 Jesse that's still somewhere deep in my soul wants this to have been a success. The tactical map is cool. The new skins are cool. The new cosmetics are cool. Arena's in the best state it's ever been. The little sliver of 2018 Jesse that's in me, like, I'm like, even if I'm excited about other games, even if I'm moving on, I'm like, dude, you guys are so close to like landing the plane, bro. Like, oh my God. I don't know. So anyways, so like that's the Tarkov stuff. If you play Arena, dude, good on you. I genuinely think Arena is in the best state it's been. If you bought the Battle Pass and bought out all the tiers, my qualms are not with you. It's your money, bro. You do your thing. If you love the skins, if you like bought Unheard, like I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh my God, you supported the freaking bad business practices. No, it's like, whatever, do whatever you want with your money.
You're funding the Ukrainian war.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Jesse.
like, it's just like, oh my God, bro, this was so close to being so sick. And it's like, I'm a sad boy. Anyways.
Bro, you just said, I have to mention this because it's too funny. You just said 2018.
Yeah.
And for the moment, before you said teen, all I can think of 2008.
2008,
okay?
Jesse.
Because 2008 Veritas was quite a different person.
Yeah. 2008 Jesse had a goatee.
I couldn't even grow one. I still can't grow one. Okay. You want? I have a photograph.
Yeah.
Of me that I am actually including in my video.
Okay.
Because I have a little bit in the middle of a rant. I have a little bit of a heart to heart. Okay.
Okay.
With the audience, and I'm like, listen, I know I'm got a little bit of the TDS. I will be told I have Trump derangement.
Okay.
But I have a little heart to heart where I'm like, listen, you and I, dear listener, are not so different. Okay. Little known fact about me was I was the vice president.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And co-founder
this is my favorite fact about Veritas.
Of my college Republicans group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have a picture of when I went to CPAC in 2008.
Oh, yeah.
Down in Washington, D.C. I saw George W. Bush.
Now watch this drive.
Oh my God. And it was so good. It was so fantastic. And I have a photo just to prove to you that maybe just a little bit I might have been at some point in my life. You on the other side of the political aisle, just like you. Oh God fucking Christ, dude.
Oh my god.
How bad is
Oh
that?
my-
Holy fuck. Dude.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's like, I'm pretty sure that's a crime, a criminal crime,
Dude.
like ripping a fucking Hillary Clinton.
Time
ripping a
is
political
flat
sign off of
circle.
the lawn in Washington D.C. Crooked Hillary.
Yeah, for the audio
Crooked
listeners,
back
can you
then, crooked
explain
down, she was
what you were
crooked
doing there in that picture? For the audio
say what?
listeners, can you explain what you were doing in that picture?
Fuck, I probably not. I shouldn't. So I'm holding up a Hillary Clinton for president sign, okay? Because this was February of 2008, okay? This is fucking voting time. I'm holding up a Hillary Clinton for president sign, holding up a middle finger. I won't show you the photo that is now privated in my Facebook. That's after that, which I'm fairly certain was me urinating on that sign. That was me. What I'm trying to say, chat, is we all make mistakes. Okay?
We all
grow.
change.
We
Yeah,
all
we all
grow as
grow.
people. Okay, we were all at one point, or maybe still are, to some extent, a douchebag.
Yeah,
And
everyone's a little
sometimes
douchebag.
You gotta look at yourself and laugh a little bit. All right, chat. So there you go.
Perfection.
We're not so different, you and
Perfection, bro.
I should just have that
Holy-
in the upper right-hand corner. Be like, okay, I know I'm saying a thing that might be bad. I'm towards
Yeah.
the others. Like, look, see,
But look.
I was right.
Dude, you should bring that picture up. Like every time you feel like you're descending, it's like, look, this is me. This was me. Oh my god.
That's some shit that would normally be on the Patreon. Okay.
Yeah, true.
Once again, that's the kind of shit that you
get.
We had some wedding stories
Yeah.
on the Patreon last time.
Yeah, dude, a whole lot.
Uh,
Anyways, that's the Tarkov stuff. Now, I want to talk about Arc Raiders because I want to never endlessly glaze this game, but I want to hear your thoughts. But before we do, I want to take a quick second and thank the second sponsor for this episode, and that is Chubbies. Oh, look at that. Look at that tush. Look at those pants. Chubbies, man, they got you covered. Their original stretch shorts changed my life. Chubbies was like, they started off doing tons of like swimsuits and stuff like that, and they really made a name for themselves for all the like crazy patterns and awesome swimsuits. But their shorts, man, they turned me on to like real adult, good looking, good fitting shorts. I basically just like bought jeans and cut them into shorts for most of my life until like relatively recently. Yes, I made jorts. And then there were a couple of years where I was like, okay, I feel like I've grown out of the jorts era, but like I don't own good shorts, so I would just wear jeans all summer long. And now I have nice shorts. They're original stretch shorts. They're perfect. They're perfectly stretchy in all the right places. They got belt loops so you can throw a belt on them. They got them in all the different lengths. You can get like 9-inch, 7-inch, 4-inch, 2.5-inch maybe. It's the same material they make their pants out of. We have a couple of the pairs of pants. The khakis, look at them. You
get feet pics. You
could
didn't even pay for them. Look at that, Chad. These
Oh.
are khakis. These are khakis.
Dude, you could throw a t-shirt on that and go out and do whatever you want, go out to a movie. You could throw a polo and a belt in there and you could go to a wedding, bro. It's like, they're just...
Oh, yes, I could swim in these, bro. And yet, they're perfect. Man, they're so comfortable.
Yep.
They're incredibly fashionable. I mean, you saw how I looked, bro.
Did you look at them?
You saw how I
looked.
looked.
Did you look at them?
Yeah, fantastic quality. They all look good. They fit good. And what's most important to me is how comfortable they are.
Yep.
Bro, I wear these like sweatpants.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm an around the house pants kind of guy. And so you can get all this stuff. You can get their pants, you can get original stretch shorts, their classic line swim trunks, once again, quick drying, anti-chafe fabric. They're great. Their swim trunks are awesome. There's like, at this point, a billion different patterns and like integrations. They had like an NFL integration at some point. I think they've had like Star Wars maybe. There's all sorts of stuff. And then you can actually get Chubbies Performance Polos. Once again, now we got some tops, the same like super stretch, but super sleek. It's not like sometimes you ever get a t-shirt and you like stretch it and then it doesn't stretch back. And it's like, you're like, well, that cotton just got stretched, I guess. And then you got to dry it, but then it doesn't dry to the same shape it was before the stretch. Yeah. The polos, incredibly high quality fabric, breathable, light, heavy at the same time and stretchy, and it's like in all the right ways. So yeah, Chubbies has got you covered this summer. Whether you're layering up for tailgates, lounging on lazy Sundays, or just leaning fully into fall comfort, Chubbies has you covered. For a limited time, Chubbies is giving our listeners 20% off your entire order with code ThePogcast. ChubbiesShorts.com/ThePogcast. That's code ThePogcast at ChubbiesShorts.com/ThePogcast. Support our show and show your thighs some respect with Chubbies. Thank you, Chubbies, for sponsoring this episode. Okay. Arc Raiders did their server slam this weekend. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We didn't. Yeah, so it's like, it's weird because we recorded last week's episode on like Wednesday or Thursday or whatever. And then we posted Monday, but then all that happened. So we haven't talked about this. We've talked about how excited I am for Arc Raiders, but we haven't talked about the server slam at all. So it turned out to be a much smaller vertical slice of the game than what I played in the spring in the tech test.
I heard, yeah.
In the tech test, we had 3 maps. We had the full hideout. You could upgrade the modules. There was a lot more crafting. There were a lot more quests. There were like 150 quests. This was kind of a more last minute thing. They said over the summer that they weren't going to do any more play tests until the game's launch on the 30th. But then they kind of pulled an audible and they were like, hey, which I think made sense because doing something free, it's a paid game, right? And so a lot of people had been in that middle ground where they were like, well, I didn't play during the tech test because I wasn't very interested, but everybody's glazing up this game. I wish I could check it out. So it gave like those people a way to play a little bit for free, and they get to like stress test their servers because like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people were playing. The flip side of that is it was a very limited test. And I do think some people you could do everything that the test had in like 3 or 4 hours. And I think some people were like, oh, this game's doesn't really have anything to it. But I get the balance of like, they want to keep things close to the chest. They really don't want there to be like guides for every quest, right? Like before, like they really want it to be experienced all together. But at the same time, maybe some people didn't quite get the right expectation. Either way, I had a blast. I played 37 hours in 3 days. It was like 12 to 14 hour days every day. I had the time of my life. I'm so addicted to this game. And you came in on Sunday, I think, the last day, and you downloaded it and you played it. And I'm so interested to see what your thoughts on the game was. Because if I had known you were going to play it, I almost wouldn't. It's like, I feel, without knowing how you feel about it, I feel like I glazed it up too much. I set your expectation for it too high. Maybe you're like immune to that because you kind of know that I'm the kind of guy that just gets excited about things, but
I'm immune to the hype. I've been inoculated.
yeah, okay. Because I was worried. I was like, damn it, now he's going to be like, bro, you said this game was freaking cured by cancer and it's just a video game.
I want to show. I'll show you a moment. Okay. Did anybody say anything or show any clips or anything?
No.
Okay. I want to share.
Yes.
A moment. Okay. Let's.
Oh my God. Yes.
Oh God. Oh no.
Oh my God. It's doubling. It's tripling.
My audio is God. I'm so bad at this. This is my job, and I'm terrible. Okay. And I just hit the space bar, and it opened up the. I'm losing my fucking mind. Okay, boys.
I love how locked in you are. my God, that was 2.
You idiots! You fucking idiots! Wait! We can still get out. We can still get out. Yeah, extra. Yes! What? What?
Cinema.
Somebody clip that, please.
Cinema.
Oh, for those on
Cinema.
the audio feed, I fucking went in like goddamn Tom Cruise in one of the Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah.
Into the fucking exfil thing that someone else had opened,
Yep.
and I'm like fucking rolling around, dude. I'm doing the 360s like it's fucking PUBG 2017. I'm like looking, the circles coming in, and all of a sudden the fucking little robot drone shoots at me, and I'm like, oh shit! I try shooting at it. I try to fucking hit the computer. I don't think I'd even exfilled before. That was my first exfil, by the way. And because I didn't know how any of the mechanics worked, and then suddenly there were 4 guys, and all the robots get fucking, and 3 of us get down, and I'm like voiping to these guys, you fucking idiots, you idiots, right? Because I'm like, none of us are gonna get out, and then some guy runs over to the little computer, and all of a
While
sudden,
he's
all
down,
of us crawling on the ground, exfil, and all 4 of us make it out.
Cinema.
That was definitely a high. That was, I think, probably the high.
Yep.
Yep. All right, so where do I begin? Okay. I could give like a summary in like a few words, actually.
Yeah.
I thought the game was fantastic, and it will be perfect for whoever wants to play that kind of game, which is not me anymore right now.
Totally understandable.
So like when people are like, are you gonna play it when it comes out? I'm like, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I will. But I will say that I thought overall, with some of the things that could easily be fixed, I thought it was fucking fantastic,
dude.
There were a lot of like tiny little things that were actually great that I'm like, holy shit, thank you. The kinds of things that like I would be saying a million times, like, why isn't this in Tarkov? Like, why can't I open up my inventory while I'm running?
Yep.
Let me hold W and hit tab and don't stop my character. Like, let me reload and run, right? Like, let me fucking do like multitask a little bit. I'm a human with arms, okay? You can't make me not be able to run or carry things or multitask.
Yep.
Now, one of the negatives I will say is it had kind of the similar-ish sort of stamina problems that Tarkov had, except it's a little worse actually, because I spent so much time with like 3 drones following me, and I've got 1 stamina, and I just dodge roll, and they shoot, miss me, and dodge roll. I was like dodge rolling perfectly timed, and I don't know if like this is an actual mechanic. It felt like some Dark Souls shit.
Yes, it
where
is.
They were like, zzz, and I was like, no, bitch, and I would fucking roll.
They telegraph their shots,
But like when I have no stamina, there's nothing you can do, because the first few times, I was like, okay, I've got a fucking gun. I don't know, looked like a goddamn squirt gun. It had like a fucking circular kind of whatever, like the PP Bison sort of thing. And I turned and I was like, and it's like a little drone, and I'm like, oh fuck. And this was on. So another thing I will say is I actually spent the entire time doing scab runs.
The free loadouts, they're so good.
I played the main loadout, and I died kind of quickly. So, and someone was like, "Try the free loadout," and I think it like went well, and I'm like, "Huh." And like I brought a bunch of stuff out. I actually looted like I don't know. People were saying streamer loot. Like every raid, I got like 3 of the epic items or something.
Like
I don't
the
know
purple ones.
I don't know if that's like rare or not, but like I would go to the first crate, open up, and like, pa-ching, pa-ching. And like, oh, okay. And people were like, what the fuck? I've been playing since fucking 2001, and I've never seen that ever. But yeah, dude, like the stamina was kind of rough.
A couple of things there. You're 100. I agree. Each of those points, boom, boom, boom. They treat because, and I actually really appreciate this, where you have two ends of the spectrum. You have like Tarkov, which is like, we're not going to tell you anything and you're going to like it, right? Like until like very recently, the damage and pen numbers for ammo weren't in. You know what I mean? It was like we are going to tell you nothing. And then you had some other extraction shooters come along and was like, we're going to be the casual extraction shooter and we're going to tell you everything. And like the loot is going to be like highlighted on the floor and it's going to like flash when you get something good, like all this kind of stuff. They ride the middle where they know the mechanics that they've made in the game are like soft enough, and like the free loadouts are like a soft enough cushion for you when you're down, that they do let you kind of like experience and like learn from. So like something I'm not sure, because you were getting fed free loadouts, and by fed I don't mean like from chat, but because you weren't necessarily selecting your gun every time you died, you were just like being given the gun. I don't know if you realize that the ammo types, light, medium, and heavy ammo does like 50x damage to arc. And
I had no idea.
Yeah, and medium ammo does like 20x damage, and light ammo sucks dick. But light ammo is like really good. Like light ammo is really good for PvP because those guns are very accurate, or like have bigger magazines. Like the Stitcher is the SMG. It has a 20-round mag. The AR, it's called the Rattler, only starts with a 10-round mag. It's medium ammo, but it only has a 10-round mag. So the light ammo guns can be really good in PvP, but like the Anvil is a revolver that uses heavy ammo. And
I got the Anvil a couple times.
And you can like two-shot some of those arc. But if you have a Kettle or a Stitcher, the light ammo ones, you're like, it's like GG's. Like you're toast. So there's that element to it. And then with the stamina, they are going the like RPG route that Tarkov kind of like wanted to go. So in the skill tree, there's like a ton of different stamina related things you can get. You can like decrease the amount a roll takes from your stamina. You can increase your total stamina. You can decrease
I put all my points into stamina.
You can decrease the amount of stamina it takes to move around. There's even, by the way, they even put in, now this isn't, please don't interpret this as saying they took this from me, but they put in my idea for Tarkov. Remember the adrenaline effect? On the left tree, the green tree, there's one that says, when you take damage, restore a small portion of stamina, put on a 30-second cooldown. So you can't just like infinitely take damage and go up. But if you haven't taken damage in a while and you're running low because you're like sprinting across and someone cracks you, you get a little bit of stamina. And then you can spec 5 points into that, increasing the amount of stamina that you get. So there's all sorts of stuff like that. Also, I don't know if they're going to change the recipe, but in the server slam, if you at the med bench in your hideout, for very cheap, you could craft adrenaline shots, which
I spent like 3 seconds in the like hideout UI and was like, what do I?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it was like probably obvious, but I was like, I don't fucking.
No, there was something about the menus that confused me quite a bit too. Not confused me, but I was just always clicking the wrong thing. Like I knew where I wanted to go, but I was always clicking the wrong thing.
I wasn't sure if like the hideout was like a physical thing or if like you craft things and they're just like boxes in a menu. And I was like, I'm spending too long in menus. I'm getting Tarkov. I just play a raid.
I totally get that.
I never did any of that shit.
I totally get that. And this is less of me saying you played wrong and more of me saying like, if you were like, I'm interested in this game, but like your thing is like, I'm not interested in shooter games right now, but I can see how this game would be awesome. If you were like, I'm interested in this game, but these are the things, I'd be like, oh, no, let me tell you. Because like we ended up bringing in basically 5 adrenaline shots every raid because they're so cheap to craft. And that when your stamina gets to 0, you can hit that and it's full stamina. And you have 7 seconds of full sprint before it starts taking stamina again. So like when you're running like out through these like long open stretches and an arc, zaps you or aggroes you and you don't really want to stay there and fight it because there's players around, that's when you just like, and then you can just like haul ass. So there were some things that would alleviate that, but like, yeah, I can totally see where that's coming from. What I find nice about the stamina system though is that when you're at 0 stamina, you can still jump and you can still vault over something. That was always the worst when you're out of stamina in Tarkov and you run up to a knee-high thing and you can't vault over it because you don't have any stamina. I'm like, oh my God, kill me now.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got three more clips that are worth looking at. One funny and a couple that showed a little some of my experience here. Yeah. And I'm not gonna fuck up this time. I swear to God. I'm hitting all the buttons.
Nothing to see here.
Apparently they're fucking spider robots.
Yep,
Every game's got spiders.
They're
in
face
it, dude.
huggers too. They attach on your face and attack you.
Oh, thank God that didn't happen. I would have put down the game, dude. All right, so then so I had been. You're catching the tail end. I'm not gonna bore everybody with the 45 seconds of me like dodge rolling, like like just like 2 fucking drones chasing me.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the preceding to this clip.
Oh, I saw it.
I mean, like,
Bro,
okay, cool, man.
Because I played this map so much. Before you opened the door, I was like, oh, there's going to be a turret at the top of the stairs. And then you pull out the kettle, tink, tink, and it goes, ear.
Yeah, like, and a million times before that, you'd have like the little camera that you just.
Yes.
And it breaks. And then so I'm like, oh, this looks like a turret that either is like, stuck looking down. Every other video game, it would be like, it would have the field of view that would just be able to hit the ladder. And if you come up from the top, then you can and it was like, zzz, and I'm like, oh, well, okay. Now, I think this was actually earlier in that same raid.
Okay.
This was like kind of the beginning, although this was, I think, halfway through the fucking engagement, okay? God damn it. Yeah, just so you know, meleeing the drones is probably not a good fucking strat.
Dude.
I ran from that drone for 4 Gregorian calendar months, okay? And then I ended up in the room.
Bro, you should pull up my Twitter. And I don't think you fought any of the leapers. But the most recent video that I posted where I tagged Valiant, pull that up.
I just heard what sounded like my scream. That was a fucking V scream. You want me to play this?
Yeah, play it.
No.
I hit it with a grenade. That's Valiant dying. Vel's dead.
It's one shot.
Oh my God! Hold on. Let me throw a lure.
Take me! Medic! Make me daddy.
Witness me! Okay, it might die.
I'm alive.
Got it.
Oh, yes.
Jesus, dude.
Where are you, Val?
God, dude, that was crazy.
Oh my God.
Those
I did not see those. I don't
things
think.
are called leapers, and they're one of the ones that they use machine learning where they just let it learn how to move. They didn't like teach how to move, and that's why like it just jumps. It jumped at us, and it caught that thing, and you see its legs trying to like find a place to push itself off. And it's like,
I am Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Help.
yeah. And
Eat shit, Chat GPT is what I would have said.
So sick.
I would have open mic voiped it and maybe it would learn something.
Oh, dude.
Bro,
it's so sick.
is there another? There's another like much bigger spider robot that doesn't jump,
The
right?
queen, correct.
Yeah, the queen. So, dude, I'm not gonna be able to find the moment. I don't know if I clipped it, but I like ran over, like out kind of in the open. I was just literally the first thing I did every raid that I was a scav run, and I opened up the like high loot area and I just went there. I'm like, I just want to like get in the fucking arena, and get used to the and I remember at one point I like was running and all of a sudden I saw like fucking 20 of the drones in front of like this fucking building, right?
Yeah.
And I like dodge roll and I'm like fucking behind the box and I like do the whole third person kind of look and I'm like, okay, so there's like there's a building surrounded by an wait, that's not a building. And all of a sudden, dude, I fucking ran and I hid under some like stairs.
Yeah.
And the thing was like stuck on the stairs and I just like sat there for like 5 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm like, and it just eventually was like, and like went away.
Yeah.
So thank God both times I came across that, it got stuck on some shit.
Yeah.
So I'm glad whatever machine learning they put that thing through was not good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's that's the queen. And that's of what we know, there's 3 enemies like that. That's the smallest one. Yeah.
Great. Good.
Yeah. In the tech test, in one of the maps, Buried City, every once in a while, in the background, out of the bounds of the map, you could see like the king walking around. And it was like the size of a freaking football field. It was insane.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
See, like I really liked. First of all, I like that you could get like a scav kit, infinitely. I don't know if they're gonna do that when the game's out.
No,
I like it.
Me too.
Because it gives you mostly garbage.
Yep.
But it's still like just like kind of like Tarkov. You can sort of actually more than Tarkov. I think you can. I can't say that because I didn't really engage in any like high level PvP. It's basically like me and a bunch of other fucking scavs fighting a bunch of other scavs.
Yeah.
I killed like one player.
Yeah.
But I think it's just really nicely balanced.
I agree.
Except the stamina thing really kills it because you can't have no stamina and 11 bullets that are BBs.
Yeah.
And then surround you by robots that can see you from like I the one thing that bugged me is I never felt confident that like hiding behind a bush and trees, I was just like, this is a wireframe to the robot and it's gonna see me. I don't know if it does or not, but the impression I got was that they don't really have like realistic vision.
Arc Raiders did a blog post the server slam. Your feedback coupled with data that we aggregated gave us crucial insights, and we're taking immediate action on several fronts. 3 things, the important one. The flying arc. It turns out their awareness was a bit too high, allowing them to essentially see through trees and bushes. This made their vision unintentionally overpowered, but we've adjusted what they can see now, so expect a fairer fight at launch.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Those 3 things coupled together made it like prohibitive.
Yeah.
It's like annoying, right? It's like if I have no stamina, I have to dodge roll. Like the only thing I could do is try like when they shoot and whatever, and then I like run away and run around a corner. I want to be able to do the fucking like snake in the cardboard box thing.
Yeah.
I want to be able to like hide.
Yeah.
And I couldn't. So that's huge, right?
Yep.
I either need to be able to run from them or hide from them or kill them.
Yes.
And you can't do any of the 3.
Yeah,
when
you have
a
to be able
shooter.
to do one of the 3. Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah. Okay, that's sick.
Did you see? This is just on scav kits real quick. I found this to be awesome too. If you were running most of these, shut me up if you saw this, but if you didn't, so the backpacks are basically called augments, and that's the thing in the top left where you when you do a free loadout, it's called a free loadout augment. If you survive your scav kit, you can turn that free loadout augment in for a green augment. You get to barter. Did you notice that?
I didn't do any buying or any bartering.
Yeah. So if you but you can't, like, you have to get one of the augment kits, which you only get by surviving a free loadout or taking one off of somebody that had a free loadout. But it allows for, so like, let's say you're having a really hard day and you're running low on stuff. It allows for a snowball because you go in with a free loadout, a free kit, a scav kit. If you do well and you survive, you don't even have to buy anything. Now you can just swap that for one of the green augments, which will give you one safe container slot, a couple more utility slots, and a couple more backpack slots. Now you go in with that. If you survive that, now you can take out more stuff. And it's just like, it's perfect because it doesn't mean you can just infinitely get those green ones for free, but it allows for the ramp, right? The like snowball ramp off the free kit. And I found that to be like awesome.
Interesting. Yeah, no, that sounds neat. One of the things, so like, bro, I had, oh my God. There was a little flashback to like some Tarkov feels because I had the stereotypical chat streamer who's on first, what's on second, and I don't know is on third.
Yeah.
Where I like killed a guy, right? And I don't know what a fucking augment, like I don't know the lingo, I don't know what anything is, right? Now I had done like a player run at first, and then I think like after that I was doing the scab run. So like I didn't understand exactly what the like free slot, the container, the whole thing, right? And so people kept saying like, that's a backpack, that's an augment, that's your safe container. And I'm like, the square in the lower right that says, so like I ended up like putting a box there, and I'm like, just like you could put the alpha container or the beta, and I'm like, so I put the box here. Is that the container that I can put stuff in? Or did I just put a container in a container? And people are like, that's the backpack, dude. Like, what do you mean? What the fuck? Like, someone has to understand that this is fucking ambiguous.
Yeah.
What is the container? What's the backpack? What's the augment? What's the safe container? They're like, bro, it's the augment. And I'm like, I'm going to fucking lose it.
Yeah.
And I still don't know. And at this point, I kind of don't care. But that was just kind of a funny one. I was just like, oh my God, why is English so hard for a bunch of people who natively speak it?
And it is weird because they combined so many things. Like in Tarkov, you have your backpack and you have your rig and you have your pockets and you have your secure container and you have your armor and you have your this and you have your that. And it's like everything, right? And it's like in Arc Raiders, your shield is everything. It's your helmet, it's your armor, it's your face cover. Like the shield, the color of shield is like more better, right? And then the augment is your secure container, your pockets, and your backpack. So it's simplified from the sense that there's less things, but that creates some confusion if you're used to the more things, right? Because you're like, somebody will call it by the name secure container, and then somebody else will call it by the name backpack, and somebody else will call it by the name augment. And those are all different things if you play a Tarkov or whatever, and it's like, it's all the same thing. And so it is a little like, I think for like console people coming into like this genre, it will be like a simple, elegant solution, but it is like, it's a lot of things from Tarkov kind of jammed into one thing, which makes it a little confusing. But
yeah, no, I feel that. I never really felt like, I never really felt like I got like teamed up on. Well, there was one time where I think either the people teamed up in raid or maybe it was just a duo, but I think that there's like a server kind of solo single priority queue sort of
pretty
thing.
much. Yep.
Most of the fights felt 1v1, although a lot of them ended up being it just ended up getting third party, which was fine. Like I like that because I like hearing a gunfire and just being like turn towards it and run.
Yeah.
And so the audio was fucking fantastic. I really liked, and this is something I never would have known, but I'm glad someone mentioned it. The like Jaeger stash kind of things that are like
Yeah.
click, 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 click. It's like, it felt like a little fucking mini game, dude.
Yep.
It felt like I was playing, I think maybe, did Breath of the Wild have like those little hidden fucking green bean guys
Oh, the
or
Korok
whatever?
seeds. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wasn't there something like that where they were just
Yes.
hidden in
And
places?
they're
that,
all little tiny puzzles that you just have to
Yeah.
intuit by looking at the world. Yes.
yeah, it was neat, and I love the fucking. It literally felt like that old feature in my app with the like
Yes.
localizing the sound.
Yes.
And it worked perfectly. I never questioned where any sound was coming from. It was just
The sound design.
Good. Yeah, it was really good.
Oh.
I had a bunch of like really long engagements.
Yep.
Like that you never get in Tarkov.
Yep.
You know
It's
where it was
beautiful.
like I'd shoot a guy and there were times where like I might have killed 2 dudes and got fourth partied, or it might have been the same guy. I literally don't know.
Yeah.
There was one where I thought I got the guy and I was like, and then like I thought I got him. It was like a sick fucking headshot, like snipe with the pistol or something. And then I'm going over and all of a sudden he pops out and he starts shooting at me. And it was like this area that had, I don't know how to describe it, like these little towers with like, you'd open up the door and it would just go downstairs and there were like bridges that would go up and down connecting the other towers.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it was like, I would go down, put the bridge down, shoot him, run across the bridge. He would like hold the corner and
Yes.
go up the bridge. And we were just like, and it turns out that I did snipe the first guy and he like fell off. And then he came into chat. He's like, yo, GG, man. Was that you? And I was like, oh, shit. Like, because I guess you could see the name.
Yeah.
So I had been fighting with another guy and I got third party there. So really it was fourth party. But the fights felt really cool.
Yes, bro.
I didn't like that there's like a cooldown on the bandages, but it like doesn't tell you.
Yeah, that was.
It's just like you can't do it yet, and you're like, okay, now, no.
Yeah, that was
Now?
a
Nope.
change. They changed a little bit of the health stuff. So yeah, so if you look at your health and you have a bandage in your hand, it will show you how much it's going to heal you. Because there's like different levels of bandages, right? Like the really good ones will heal you for more, and the ass ones will heal you for less.
Mhm.
And when you bandage, it basically fills up that bar. Like it showed you how much it's going to heal you, and it
Yep.
fills that up, and you can't bandage again until that's filled. And I found an innumerable number of times I thought I could heal again, and I was like spamming left click, but it couldn't heal. And so you're kind of playing the balance of like you like do a bandage, and then you go do a shield, and then you go do a bandage, and yeah, that felt a little clunkier in the tech test. Any shield, when you would do the, your shield would just go. And now it goes over time. And so I guess they found that to be, it was like a little, you could just heal a little too often in fights. But now you're like managing 2 different bars that are like filling at different paces and you're trying to like heal. Yeah, I feel you on that for sure.
Yeah, I think I actually found. This bit here. Did it commit Sudoku, chat?
Did he commit Sudoku?
Dude, the movement was also fucking crispy. It felt very good. Finally hit a good shot.
Crispy. Oh,
See, I didn't know the whole flares
yeah.
thing. So like I just heard it there, but I didn't realize it at the time. I finally hit it. So I killed that guy. I was like looking for him. I still thought he was alive.
Yeah, yeah.
There's another guy. I'm like third person. I don't give a fuck. And we literally went all around. No, I killed somebody. Oh. I don't know how he didn't die.
Oh, he gone.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know where he went.
He probably dropped. He probably fell off.
I'm still like looking for him. It's a third person shenanigans.
Yeah. Way she goes.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
So many times I was like, yo, please, hey bro, can you and all you get is them as you're like begging them, you're like, hey bro, please can you whack. It's like
Boom.
like please no. Oh, okay, I see how it is.
Dude. It's so nice. Eventually, once people start getting defibs, it's so nice if you have a defib on you, you can res a downed enemy. So like there were times where, yeah, I'd kill a guy and he'd be like, bro, and he's like, dude, I'm sorry, you scared me. And it's like, all right,
He
if
said
I
that,
res,
he's like, I don't have a defib, I'm sorry.
yeah, he's like, if you want to team up, yeah,
that would have been cool. Yeah, so I think the only other notes I took, I thought the surveys were cool for the first like 2.
yeah,
And then after that, I actually had to like prevent myself from saying dog shit every time I died, because that's just, I just want to be like, I died, I didn't have fun. You know what I mean? Like, I just ended up skipping every time I died. I'm like, I'm not being objective, right? Like,
yeah, no, yeah.
But I mean, I understand. It's one of those things like you have to recognize what feedback are you going to be getting and how valuable is it going to be?
Yeah.
And I'm sure they got a million people that were all salty that they died. And then what you end up with is just a bunch of noise in the data, right? So they probably learned the hard way that like, okay, we probably didn't get much from, you know, the whole thing we talk about BSG with the surveys. It's like, what questions do you want answered? Not what information do you want to gather? And what they did is they gathered a bunch of information that a lot of people said they weren't having a good time.
Well, I think what they did was basically they knew that and they just used that to cross-reference with the data. Like, basically, I think they understand how salty people are, and they use that as one of the data points because they released a bunch of data about like how many raiders died, how many raiders died to rocketeers, how many raiders, you know, how many this, that, and the other. And so I just kind of, I think,
yeah. So if people were unsatisfied, if they were mad they died to the robots on average more than they were mad that they died to humans on average, or
just
if they got 2 kills and then died, maybe they were less likely to be mad.
Or they just like they want the salt at a certain level. Because that's like an extraction shooter, right? But they're like, how, you know, is it overwhelmingly salt or is it like a lit, like, you know, and they're dialing it in. I watched, they did like an hour-long Q&A at TwitchCon because they were at TwitchCon, which was the same weekend. And bro, it was so good. What I love, like, you know, it's so funny. Over the 6 years we've been doing this podcast, how many times have we talked about the AI in Tarkov? And I find like, sure, right? No game is perfect. Could they be balanced more? For sure. But the point is, at the high level, they are nailing it. They are on target. Every enemy is bespoke. Every enemy is there for a reason. Every enemy has a desired like back and forth with the player. And they started like Arc Raiders was a PvE only game. It was a co-op 4-player PvE game for a long time. And when they swapped to the PvP, they like wanted that to be a real force in the game. And so like you didn't fight a Leaper or a Bastion or a Bombardier or the Queen or these huge things or the Rocketeer. And like one of the things I love is that there are weapons in the game that are only for PvE. So like the Wolfpack grenade, it's a purple grenade. You throw it and it explodes in 12 missiles and then like hits. So like that's how you take down like one of those Leapers, that thing that jumped at me, or a Rocketeer.
I think I threw like one of the sticky-ish grenades that like you threw at the big spider thing. I think I threw that at a player and it like didn't kill them. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff like that. There's like purple or gold tier guns that don't even do damage to players. but they like melt the armor off of the high tier things. And there are purple and gold tier guns that like are PvP, just like the Volcano. It's a purple tier shotgun, and it was just like turbo meta. Like it can't win against. So it's like, I love how much respect you have to have for the AI. And that creates for some ass moments where you're in a PvP fight and you lose the coin flip on who the AI aggroes and you die.
Yeah.
But I think it overall enhances the experience. And it's funny, they talked about how like, so one of the things they said was the game is, the technology is futuristic, but not magic. So everything needs to like make sense. So like the quadcopters, that's how they fly. The dude, when he jumps, there you see like an engine like underneath him. Like it
And when you shoot one of the fans, it fucking gets all derpy. And
it needs to feel. They said that they originally had health bars above every enemy and damage numbers when you shot. And they were like, what we found was if there are health bars and damage numbers, all the players look at as health bars and damage numbers. So they went back and created new damage meshes. So like you'll notice on a drone will like start to smoke. And then if it takes more damage, it's on fire. And then like, so there's like 11 different damage meshes for the AI.
There's like a design language.
Exactly, because they can show you the health state of the AI without having to show you a health bar. I don't know if you noticed this. This is like a subtle detail, but it's so chef's kiss when you notice it. When you shoot a player and they have shields up, the impact is an electrical like, and then when you break their shields, it's a very distinct. And then if you continue to shoot them, it's red blood that comes out.
That's cool.
So
yeah, no, I didn't
there's no health bars, and there is no like, oh, he's got purple shields. Like in Apex, if you shoot a guy, the damage number that pops off is purple. So you know he has purple shields or gold shields or whatever.
Yeah.
There's no but it's like, but it's just, you can tell a guy's one shot because you hit him for like blood. He's got no HP left. Push him. It's so good, dude.
Yeah, and that's like, that's cool. And it's a lot more immersive for sure. And it's one of those things, like, I don't know if the game does or whatever, like explain a lot of these things to you. I don't necessarily know that it needs to, but even just having some of that stuff kind of come naturally. Yeah. Like I didn't know about the whole flares thing.
Yeah.
You know, so now I do. So watching back that clip where I fucking was like, and I turn and you hear in my right ear, that would have been like, fuck yeah, right?
I got him.
That would be the kill feed, the kill, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I really like that. For sure. There was actually I had a moment that was really, really cool. And it was one of those things that like I kind of sort of was like, this could be cool, and I kind of hope it happens, and it did happen. I was running through the fucking swamp or whatever at one point, and all of a sudden, fucking flock of birds.
Yeah.
And I was like, And at one point, I'm like, 45 minutes later, I'm running another raid. All of a sudden, I see the birds go up, and I'm like, and I turn and I run, and like 3 seconds later, I see a player like hiding and I'm like, oh yes, like it's just a subtle little thing that like, that's the shit that like attention to detail that kind of rewards players for. It's just a little thing, right? But
for sure.
But yeah, that's neat.
The
other one too was the kind of dynamic lighting. It would like, it's what I think like Tarkov wishes it was. Like the lighting in Tarkov is beautiful, but it's not. Like when you're inside, you can't see shit, and when you're outside, it's kind of too bright. In this game, it's like when the door opens and you run outside, it's like bright, and then you start looking around, and it almost kind of like your eyes adjust.
Yes, 100%.
I don't know if that's a thing, but that's what it seemed like to me, and I was just like, I noticed it at first because I was like, oh, what the fuck, right? But that's how you feel when you go outside. And you're like, oh god, like,
exactly. As long as that feeling doesn't last, that's all 100%.
If it lasts, you're on fucking interchange. Okay. Yes. If it doesn't, then you're a human being with retinas.
Yes. And they actually brightened up some of the darker areas from the tech test. Fighting indoors and some of the zones was super dark, and that feels better now. So like the dynamic between the indoor and outdoor lighting is in a really good spot. Yeah.
Yeah, I found the flashlight was good. It was a little anemic. Like I would like it if it was just a little
Yeah.
more. Like there were times where I'm like, it's dark, a flashlight would help, and it's like, poof, and it's like, okay, well, if there's anybody there, he's past the point where I'm illuminating.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
all
yeah.
I'm doing is telegraphing my position. I'm not like I'm blinding them.
Yeah.
So the two last quick points. Well, one quick and then one might be longer. But I did find that when I was like being a scav, like hoarder and picking up all the shit, when you play these games, you pick up all the things because
Yeah.
you don't know what the fuck you need, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, metal scraps that could be like gold, or it could
Yeah.
be nothing. I don't know. All these random things that are fucking, you got a
Exodus
CD-ROM
module
or whatever,
yeah.
and I'm like, oh, cool. And I drag it, and they're like, does it go on my gun? Nope. Does it go in my ass? Nope. Okay, well, I guess maybe I'll sell it for a lot or whatever. I found the weight system was a little annoying, only because I hate when I'm playing a game and there's like, you're over encumbered, and you're like, cool. Grab a thing, and you're like, you don't want to drop anything. Everything feels bad because it's, so you drop a thing and close the menu, and it's like over encumbered. You open up the menu, and you're like, oh god, and I gotta pick it up. Drop another thing, over encumbered. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I feel like I just pick up a thing, and now I'm over encumbered, and now it's like no matter how much shit I drop, so I'm like losing all the stuff I picked up.
Yeah.
It's like if I have a backpack and if I can fill every slot with a post-it note and I can carry it, that's great, right? But if like you have some ammo and a thing and you have another gun in your back, it's like you really can only fill like a third of your backpack before you're over encumbered, which, I mean, I guess that's like a part of it. It's just at the beginning when you want all the things, I want to take them back to my stash and I want to like look at all the things, see what they sell for, see what they're used for.
So that would be why you're 100% right. It took me like, I played for like 18 hours before I realized this. So if you only played for 4 hours and you didn't realize it, but when you hit tab in the menu, up like above your health and shield, there is your weight. So it's
I saw the current number,
like
and then the max
54 out of whatever. So you can drag stuff and it'll tell you if you've hit the thing, and so that you don't have to check out every time.
I figured that out eventually, but it's still the same issue then, where it's just like click. Not
so
enough,
some
click.
things that
I would drop like something that I would think conceptually would be heavy, and it was like 189 over 150, and then it was like 187 over 150. It's like, what?
Yeah.
So I just ended up dropping the gun that I was excited to have another gun.
The other thing, once again, if you had known this, it would have unlocked your experience. That's why when you get out with a free kit, you swap that free kit augment for a green one. Because there were 3 green kit augments, and one was called combat, one was called tactical, and one was called looting. The looting one increases your carry load by the most. So you have one scav run
It's
where
like a fucking pocket dimension.
you're just taking scraps, you survive, you trade it for the looting one, and now when you go back in, your carry weight is like double. So it's like, and then that's all kind of a part of the thing. So yeah.
I mean, the first raid, I ended up like killing like 3 dudes, or the first raid that I killed like 3 dudes. I had their little boxes in my.
Yeah.
Is that like stupid to like?
No, because I took a bunch of
people convinced me that they were useless, and I was like, okay, so I just dropped them.
No, dude, I would take the free kit boxes because then you can barter for the other augments without having to do a scav kit yourself. Yeah, I would take some of the scav
gonna be like,
kit boxes.
I told you, man. Well, yeah okay.
Yeah, 8 people told you to drop it. Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so the last thing I will say.
Yeah.
This might be controversial. I'm not saying they should do this, but I'm saying I think, in my subjective opinion, it would be a better game if it was first person. I know people are gonna maul to me. It's the third person thing is.
I get it.
Here's the thing. I think that I will use that to my advantage more than, on average, than the other average opponent to my advantage more than they will. I did in PUBG, and I was fucking goated at PUBG back in the day when it was new. But it just sucks for that to be a factor when I'm like, I want to push.
Yeah.
And they're just like, they can see you. And I don't know.
No. I'm not. Listen, I put this in my video. I did like a whole section on third person, and I ended it with like, it is just a subjective thing. Like, I am not like, dude, so I literally, when the first 24 hours I played in Texas in the spring. All I said all day was like, oh my God, if this game was in first person, it'd be perfect. I'm full circle on that now. I hope they never add a first person mode. I think it's perfect in third person, and it's totally subjective. I think that, I think it works. I think the AI being drones means that they catch people. Like you can see a freaking snitch aggro on a person, and you're like, oh, there's a fucking dude behind that corner. And I found that we found like the last day, we played 36 hours of one map, right? By the end, we were just like, oh my God, I want PvP. Like, let me just fight people. We found that so many people would try to use that to their advantage. They would just sit on corners. And I don't know if you ever threw a smoke grenade in this game, but they're the best smoke grenades in any video game ever. They're like CS smokes. They're insane. So
I think I saw one. I don't think I threw one.
Dude, whole team on the corner. Throw a smoke, push. They literally never expected. I would just wide swing them through the smoke, and they're all stacked up on the door. Can't see me in the smoke. Like, there's so much utility in the game. Like grenades to push people off corners. The amount of times there's lure grenades that just make noise and they draw in the arc. We would just like throw a lure grenade, and then all the fucking shit they'd push them off. Like they're so.
Like CS:GO has decoy grenades, and a lot of times you'll like throw a decoy grenade, and people think it's a flash, so they turn.
Yes.
And then nothing, and then now you just swing.
Yes. There's so much utility in the game, and the AI are designed in such a way that they can kind of help with that. But at the end of the day, you are 100% right. I can stand face first into a wall and just watch some poor schmuck running up to me that he doesn't know I'm there, and you gank him, and there's little he can do. I am no way going to say that that's not a part of the game. I don't know if you watched my Arc Raiders video. My first counterpoint to that was that fucking shit happens in first person games. That's literally called ratting. People sit in a bush in Tarkov and they wait for you to walk by and they gank your shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, but I totally get it's a different vibe, and I get it. I'm not going to say you're wrong. Yeah.
And I think I want to revise what I was going to say, or what I said. I don't necessarily think it's a better game. I'll say it's a different game.
Yeah.
Maybe I would prefer it, but I won't say like it's not like it's objectively better. That is a thing that can be used to your advantage.
Yeah.
And I have a ton of experience doing that. Like I felt right at home getting up on top of the building and turning the camera and looking up at the sky, because I'm looking at the lower right corner of my screen because that's where the doorway is.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing? Right.
Yeah.
So like I'm fully, you know, aware of that and down with it. It's just like, I think it was, as someone in chat kind of said what I was sort of thinking was, they said I can't scroll up, my thing's busted, but basically we're saying, that oh my god, my shit's broken. It was basically like the moment that they're stuck behind a building and they're basically doing a third person peek versus third person peek.
You're doing it, they're doing it. Yeah.
My immersion was ruined, and that's kind of like the same thing. I think like the atmosphere of that game was fucking very immersive. And there's just something about the meta strategy of using the camera to your advantage that personally pulled me out of it a little bit. But
yeah, no, and once again, I'm not saying you're wrong at all. To me, it's just like, like a game like Tarkov is not immersive when the guy is full sprint running like through that's the meta right now. Is like if I'm in customs, right, in dorms, I just run through the hallway from one room to the other, free looking, and I just run back and forth because you're always just reacting to the thing and you're just getting audio. You just like the jiggle peek around a corner that's impossible to hit. Like the amount of times in Tarkov over the past year where I've like, I'm gonna push this guy or I'm gonna alt F4. Like the amount of stalemates in Tarkov because I'm jiggle peeking and he's jiggle peeking and I'm jiggle peeking and he's jiggle peeking. It's like, where's like, that's not freaking war. Like, you know what I mean? Like people, once again, I think that's the, like, I think I just want, not you. I think I just want people to say, I like first person games better, because when it becomes about like, oh, well, it's immersion. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, what define that? Like, it's just like my immersion is gone in Tarkov all the freaking time. You know what I mean? Like, now I'm not trying to like play semantics. Once again, if that is the core of what people are saying, which is like, I don't like this situation in third person games, then I can't say anything other than like, I totally respect that 100%. I like, and once again, I used to hate, I was right there. I was like, third person PvP games are stupid. I just think I found that all the things I thought I would dislike about them are, you can work around it. And like, I think what you gain is like the game being different. Like, I think if it was in first person, people would just be like, oh, so this is Tarkov plus robots. It feels like a different game. It feels like its own thing being in third person. And so but once again, totally subjective. Totally subjective. Yeah. Some people, if you're just like, I guess what gets me is the like assumption that third person is less than. It's like, well, like, what do you get? What do you benefit? It's like, what you benefit is the people that like third person games enjoy this game, different. And the people that like first person games get that game. Like, so that when
it's chicken and steak, both are good, man.
Exactly. And that's,
what are you in the mood for?
And that is exactly what it feels like. It's, what do you benefit eating chicken tonight? What I benefit is I eat steak all the time.
Well, you know, steak has more protein per ounce, bro. Yeah, but I'm not like, and that's cool.
And that's
for you.
it. And I think that is how I get like baited or like wrapped up in the conversation, because I truly do want like my opinion to be like, if you like chicken and don't like steak, that's fine. If you like steak and don't like chicken, that's fine. If you like chicken and steak, that's fine. I get baited in when the chat messages are the assumption that chicken is going to fucking kill you, you idiot. Why wouldn't you just eat steak? And that's when I'm like, oh, come on, man. Like, can you not acknowledge that some people on planet Earth like different things than you? It's like, so that's the shit. Oh my God, it baits me so hard. But if you like chicken, if you like steak, if you like one or the other, if you like both, that's totally fine. I thought I only liked steak. And this game proved to me I
discovered chicken is actually good
exactly.
too.
I didn't discover chicken is better than steak. But I think that it's a little weird to walk into the chicken restaurant and be like, God damn it, why don't you serve steak? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's all. So it's like, and I also get that it's, if you like steak and this restaurant has cool vibes, you'd be like, oh, dude, which is exactly what you said, by the way. You're like, I wish they had steak. Like, I wish, man, that would be cool. But once again, your statement isn't the ones that get me. It's the indictment of the restaurant and the owner and the people that eat there and all that kind of stuff because this place doesn't serve steak. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. People like other stuff. Like, goodness gracious. Yeah. So yeah.
I got one last clip. It actually reminded me of, I don't disagree with your point about like what the meta is in Tarkov, the whole running head peeking thing. I think like the overall point is completely accurate. I do think that like the environment and everything in this game is different enough. It doesn't have like, well, I mean, I only played the one map, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to have the meta of go to this building and run down these buildings. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm not sure. Like, from what I played, that particular kind of thing wouldn't. I don't think that specifically would like manifest, and this is kind of like an example. But this is kind of a funny one where there was some like third person ish kind of stuff I think going on, but yeah, I don't know. I'll watch it because I only vaguely remember what happened here. So I don't know if you noticed. I'm fairly certain, though. I think there's a guy there.
Okay.
Like, I think that there was a guy like standing right there. Oh, yeah. Did you see like the flashlight? Here, wait. Down in the back hallway. I think there was a flashlight back there. Right over here.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. So I'm like, I'm just going to pretend like I didn't see him. You know, and then it's kind of like the whole play the game.
Uh-huh.
What's better, chat, the Rattler or the Kettle? I'm asking this serious, important questions. Nobody's asking. It's mostly crickets, by the way, and I think he would think I didn't see him. Whereas, like, you saw that guy, right? It just occurred to me now that my camera is like exactly where I would be fucking corner peeking. So you can't see what I see.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, you scared the shit out of me, dog.
Yo, that scared me.
Dude. You can. He was over here.
I was about to say, that wasn't even third person. That was just not seeing. Because you, like, look that way. God damn, bro.
That's him.
That scared me.
I thought that was my skeleton. It's so loud, dude. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, anyway. So my experience was basically, I think it's going to be from what I saw. And it's funny because, like, I saw the first time around when everybody played Ark, it was like, oh my God, this is the game. Everybody, it was unanimous, almost unanimous. Like, you never see this, right? And then the second time around, I was like, the internet's finally being the internet. And there was a bunch of people being like, oh, you know, I think the server slam made mistakes and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
If that was worse than the first one must have been incredible because I thought what I experienced was 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
With a massive headroom for, you know, being up there for all the extra shit that I didn't know about or that, you know, is going to be in the game, not to mention the things that they're going to improve. So I'm like stoked because I think it's going to be a game that a lot of people are really going to love.
Yeah.
I think it's to be a game where like content like for you will be like it's going to be a fucking like a buffet, a Chinese buffet of chicken and steak for you.
Chicken and steak. Yeah.
And, oh my God, bro, chicken steak. That just reminds me actually of the fucking, there used to be a place by me, and I swear to God, if someone get in the comments, chat, if anybody knows about the Grand Buffet in Nashua, New Hampshire, someone has to tell me they've been to the Grand Buffet. Rest in peace, Grand Buffet.
Oh, rest in peace.
I would get, my plate would be General Tso's chicken, mac and cheese, pizza, red and green Jell-O, and then with a cup of Superman ice cream.
I wasn't prepared for the Superman ice cream. I love that.
I don't know. I still don't know what the fuck Superman ice cream was, but I know I had it with my General Tso's chicken and pizza.
It's got a whole lot of colors, dude.
That's how you develop a physique like mine.
Oh well, of course, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, and that's why, dude. It was like I was saying, the best part about this game is like when, like, you're gonna know whether you like it or not. You know what I mean? Like, and we talked about that last week where it's like Tarkov, there's 7 different camps that all want Tarkov to be different games, and they all think that they can convince Nikita to make it into that game. And that's like the cause of so much strife. It's like hundreds of thousands of people will look at this and be like, ew, third person. And I love that. I like love that the game knows what it wants to be. And then for the people, dude, it's all the way back, literally how you started this, where you were like, this is going to be an amazing game for the people that want to play this game. And that's like the best, in my opinion. Like, that's the best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So
I will say I do have this. I don't know. I actually don't know. I'll remember how much of the video I watched. If I watched all of it, I do remember at one point I scrolled down to the comments and there was one comment that I did have to giggle at.
Oh yeah. There were a lot of comments I giggled at.
They said there's something. Oh, you know what? Actually, it might have been the podcast that this was.
Okay.
The last podcast. Someone said something about like the irony of Jesse saying that this is a game that knows what it wants to be when it totally changed what it was going to be.
Yes.
Something.
No.
I was like, yeah,
Yes.
it's like ironic, but
yes,
it's funny, but also like
no,
not. It's like not a criticism, but
I had a section of the script typed out about that, but it got trimmed in the fat, basically. You know what I mean?
But it, like you could know what you can know what you want to be and then change and still know what you want to be the new thing, and that doesn't change that you know what you want to be. But
well, the fact that you're willing to change what you want to be means you know what you want to be. Like in the interviews, they like not that anybody would know this, but I'm just like obsessed with this. In the interviews, when they basically got to the 11th hour where they were gonna like start doing their marketing, and they were like the CEO of the company, Rob, whatever, he was like, we just had to come to the realization the game wasn't fun, and we wanted to make a fun game. And so that was the moment they chose to basically, okay, we're going to release the finals first, and we're going to put this on the back burner, which no AAA dev, EA would be like, fucking get this shit out, release it. And so it was like, it's like almost like a weird Dunning-Kruger thing where like, you're stupid enough. You don't know you're stupid, so you think you're smart. It was like, that's the thing. It's like, they knew the game they wanted to make. They knew like the end result they wanted, and the mechanics of how they arrived at that changed, but that was because they knew the end result that they wanted. No, but I do find that ironic. I do find that ironic.
The irony is funny, but we all agree that it's kind of like because here's the thing. You can change your mind.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that your mind hasn't made up. Look, you made up your mind to change, right? So like, it's just kind of one of those like,
it is hilarious though. It is hilarious. Like,
oh, because I didn't actually really even. You probably told me, and I probably forgot the whole history behind the game and whatever. But I just remember being like, oh yeah, wait, that's right.
No, it is. I did make a video all about how intentionally the game was made when they literally pivoted the entire game, like in 90% of the way through development, 100%. It is funny, but
yeah, but then again, so many of the aspects of that intentionality are in the game, whether it's multiplayer or not. Like whether it's PvP or PvE, right? Like the atmosphere, the AI, like all of those things, like the intentionality behind that stuff is, it's some non 100% having to do with
100%. Yeah. So I'm stoked. One more week. A week from now, I'll be playing. It goes live next Thursday.
Really? I forgot.
We're gonna need to move the podcast because I'm gonna be going crazy. So,
someone came into my chat earlier because I had my title of my stream was the game of the year just came out, and people were like, Arc Raiders? This is how I was playing fucking power washing sim.
You're like, no, man, I'm talking power washing sim right here. Oh man. But yeah, anyways, that's the stuff. Guys, as always, thank you so much for hanging. Thanks for being here. As always, if you want even more unhinged, crazy, off-the-wall podcast conversations, you can go to patreon.com/thepodcastpod or click the link below. Early ad-free access to these episodes and even additional episodes that we film over there. Thank you so much to Mando and Chubbies for sponsoring this episode. Thank you guys for watching and supporting. And you guys are the best. And we will definitely see y'all on the next one.
Peace.